I had a good meeting, but I've had, numerous good meetings with President Zelensky, and it doesn't seem to happen. It's funny, I put out a 35-year war in a day, a 32-year war in 2 days, and other wars, the worst was like 4 days. And this one goes on and on forever, and actually they may have been more complex. And they'll make concessions. Everybody's making concessions to get it done. Europe is going to be a part of it. It's got to be a part of it. It's more for Europe than for me. I mean, I'm doing this more for Europe than for me. I'm doing it to save lives, number one. I'm doing it secondarily for Europe. I'm not doing it so much for the U.S. It doesn't affect us very much. Other than the loss of lives, we're not affected by this deal. It's thousands of miles away. We're separated by an ocean. But I have an ability to get things done like this, and we'll see if I can get it done. I mean, it would never have gotten done. I thought Putin wanted the whole thing. Maybe he does, but he's not gonna be going there unless we don't make a deal. But we had a good meeting today with President Zelensky. I think a very good meeting. And what's happened here is there were times when Putin didn't want to make a deal, times when Zelensky didn't want to make a deal, and it was like opposite times. Now I think they both want to make a deal, but we'll find out. It's pretty tough. It's really tough on the people of Ukraine. I'll tell you this. How they live without heat, where it's 20 degrees below zero. It's very cold. That's a colder climate for the most part than Canada, and they live without heat. I asked them, how do they do that? And he gave me an answer. It's pretty amazing what they do to live. There's no way to live. Yeah. In most countries, the prime minister or the president can sign. You saw a lot of them today. Don't forget, the letter only went out 2 days ago. We had almost 30 people already, and very important countries. But there are some countries, like Italy, who told me she wants to sign. She wants to be desperately, but I think she has to go back to her legislative branch. And we have that with Poland too. He said we want to. I was the one that endorsed him. He's great, by the way. He's doing a great job, Carol. But he has to get an approval. Some have to get an approval, some don't. Most don't, but some do. They have, a legal requirement to get an approval. I have the right to be if I want. I'll decide, see what happens. But they'd like me to be. It's in theory for life, but I'm not sure I want that. But it's going to do great work on Gaza and maybe other things. It could be beyond Gaza. Some of the countries have already put up $1 billion. Some of the countries have already put up much more than that. That's a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to the value of peace. I don't know about that. I've heard that. Who said that? Yeah, it's very interesting. But he said he's going to use his money. If he's using his money, I think that's fine. Now, if you're talking about where he said this morning, he's going to join the Board of Peace and he's going to make a contribution of $1 billion. Yeah, by using his money. If he's using his money, that's great. We're watching Iran. We have a lot of ships going that direction, just in case. We have a big flotilla going in that direction, and we'll see what happens. It's a big force. We have a big force going toward Iran. I'd rather not see anything happen, but we're watching them very closely. I stopped 837 hangings on Thursday. They would have been dead. Every one of them would have been hung. This is like from 1,000 years ago. This is an ancient culture. Very smart people, by the way, but it's an ancient culture. 837, mostly young men, were going to be hung on Thursday. And I said, if you hang those people, you're going to be hit harder than you've ever been hit. It'll make what we did to your Iran nuclear look like peanuts. And an hour before this horrible thing was going to take place, they canceled it. And They actually said they canceled it. They didn't postpone it. They canceled it. So that was a good sign. But we have an armada. We have a massive fleet heading in that direction, and maybe we won't have to use it. We'll see. If you do business with Iran, you're going to have a tariff of 25%. Goes into effect very soon. I think the trip was great. We had a lot of good response, even from the fake news. And I think Greenland's going very well. It's in negotiation. And I think what we did today was great. It was great. It's going to be a great board. That'll be a board, I think, like no other, right? That's a board like no other. Well, it's really in negotiation, but it's infinity. The time limit is infinity, meaning there is no time limit. It's forever. It's, you hear about 99 years, 50 years. It's forever. That was discussed. We can do anything we want. We can do military. We can do anything we want. And it's being negotiated, and let's see what happens. I think it'll be good. There's no price. There's no purchase price. We're all going to work together, and actually NATO is going to be involved with us. We're going to be doing it in conjunction, parts of it in conjunction with NATO, which is really the way it should be. And we won't have any expense because we're not going to have expense. Other than building the Golden Dome, we're going to build the Golden Dome. And we'll have participation in that also. The cost of the Golden Dome, we'll have participation in that also, meaning with the expense of it. And we're building a Golden Dome, and you see the way it works. That is so much better for us and for Europe to have that piece of ice covered by the Golden Dome. Well, right now they're very strong leadership. I mean, they're showing very strong leadership. I also spoke with Maria today, and who I like a lot. But Elsie's showed very strong leadership so far, I have to say. And we're moving in, to the United States, millions of barrels of oil as we speak. You know that. You see it. You see what's happening. Over 50 million barrels of oil is already moved or moving into the United States, and much more to come. And we're working with them, and they'll get some of that, and we're going to get some of that. And it'll be divided up, and our country will become richer, and that means our taxes are going to be going down, and they will do better. Venezuela is going to do better than they've ever done. Right now, they're not living well because of what's gone on for years. It's years of socialism and worse. It's really, worse than socialism. But we're going to start drilling very soon. We have the biggest companies in the world. We have them, and they're going to be going in. They're all negotiating right now. And we're representing the nation, and the nation is very thrilled by that because we're really good at this. And they'll be taking in more money than they ever have, but we'll be taking in a lot of money too. That's going to do two things. It's going to make the United States a lot of money, and it's also, it's going to make Venezuela a lot of money, but it's also going to bring down oil prices.